morning. Thank you for taking a few moments with me in the Word today. You know, my favorite scriptures on authority is found in Matthew chapter 8, verses 5 through 13. This really demonstrates authority, in particular, authority of the spoken word. In verse 5, it says, And Jesus went and entered into Capernaum, and there came unto him a centurion beseeching him. Now, I'm going to show you something about authority maybe you hadn't seen before. It was something that I hadn't paid attention up till here recently. But let's start out by saying the centurion, he was a Roman soldier who was over about 100 men. And the Roman soldiers were really notable for being brutal. And at the best, the relationship with the Jews was awkward. In verse 6, he tells the Lord that his servant lies at home sick of the palsy, grievously tormented. And Jesus said unto him, I'll come and heal him. The centurion answered and said, Lord, I'm not worthy that thou should come under my roof, but speak the word only, and my servant shall be healed. For I am a man under authority, having soldiers under me. And I say to this man, go, and he goes, and to another, come, and he comes, and to my servant, do this and do that. When Jesus heard it, he marveled, and he said to them that followed, Verily I say unto you, I've not found so great a faith, no, not in Israel. And let's just stop right there. So again, this is a Roman soldier who has come to Jesus. Like I said, their relationship, the Jewish people and the Roman soldiers at best, was awkward. And yet he's coming to Jesus to seek healing, but not for himself, for his servant. Now, the Roman soldiers were notorious for being brutal, but he come to seek healing for his servant. I don't know if his servant was a slave or if his servant was a paid employee, and he was also over these men. Now, he said that the men that he was over and his servants obeyed every word that he said. He says, go do this, they do it. Go do that, they do it. And perhaps they could do that under fear, but this story is being used to give us the picture of what authority in the kingdom of God looks like. I know in our own military, we've had men that have gone AWOL. If the servant was an employee, we know of employees who quit their job, frustrated with their job. Of course, slaves run away. But these servants and this military seems to willingly and readily obey every word that he says. Now, I see a Roman soldier coming to a Jewish rabbi whom at best, again, the relationship is awkward, and he's coming on behalf of his servant. So I see a Roman soldier who cares for those that he's responsible for. He cares for them enough that he will ignore the relationship between the army and the Jewish people to seek out healing for his servant. So then, perhaps we see a military here, and we see servants who trust this Roman soldier because they know that he has their best interest in mind. So that when he says to go do this or go do that, they know that he cares for them enough that they can trust him to obey what he says. So perhaps the influence and authority that he has over his men and servants is seated in love. I believe when we look at the kingdom of God, which is built on love, that that's exactly what it is. That we too, our authority is seated in love. Our authority is as good as entrusted to us as much as we walk in love. So I thought that was another way to see authority taught concerning this centurion. I love you, and I look forward to being with you again on Friday.